And I don't know if you can tell right now, but we're in the middle of a great PR war. The great PR war? I'm not sure. But motherfuckers are getting book deals overnight with advances, I'm sure, to write about dubious claims, and I'm not talking the fun doobie, just so they can get on broadcast TV and be quoted by whomever is behind it all. And it's just the way things are right now. Perhaps the way they've always been, but we're just figuring it out for the first fucking time. And so, I don't know about you, but getting PR right now is gotta be one of the hardest things you could possibly do. It's simply insane to be competing with these ridiculous over-the-top headlines. Now maybe the pendulum will swing back to normalcy or something of the sort, but I'm not waiting for that to happen. Always have a strategy that works today. Don't require something to happen. That's called a contingency plan, man, if you need something unpredicted or unforeseen to happen in order for you to move on. And so I'm all about that digital ad spend. You know, I don't like how much groupthink there is right now in Silicon Valley. I don't like how the average office culture of a social media giant is locked into a mental goose step where one comment in the wrong direction gets your entire career ruined. I don't like that. It's not right and it's not sustainable. So I'm here to help upstarts like you learn how to acquire customers. Not only so you can get that marketing job, not only so you can get a marketing raise, but so you can create value for anybody by selling anything. And that includes your own side projects and startups. So click the link below, free 30-day training, and you will get my, what am I calling it, a marketing training manual for free. It'll teach you everything I know, and then you can get to work. 2019 is going to be crazy. I'm building this community. That's my goal by the end of 2019, is a $5 million a year social community focused on marketing leadership, marketing development, leadership development, really learning how to start, manage, and track marketing programs in a larger context of a medium sized business, 50 to $100 million a year, let's say. So you got a couple people, they're doing stuff, you know, and you can keep track of it all. My goal is to have a positive and correlated impact on US GDP by the time I die. That's how gung-ho I am about this shit. I want to boost US GDP. Speaking of which, was watching Face the Nation, god damn it, and it's a political commentary show every Sunday, and right afterwards, or maybe in the middle, somewhere during one of their ad spots was for Google, what do they call the program? Google Veterans? Something about how if you can now type into Google search engine veterans, jobs for veterans, and a box comes up where if you put in your, you know, code that designates what you did in the military, relevant jobs pop up that match those skill sets. And I'm thinking to myself, so Google all of a sudden loves their veterans, huh? Maybe they're trying to reposition themselves against the leaked video, day after Trump video, that showed clear and consistent bias across all levels of government. I mean, they thought that Hitler won. I mean, that's how ridiculous it was. So you don't want to leave your life into the hands of these people. You want to be able to conduct business, but also utilize whatever social media platform is in existence, because you don't need your strategy need only change so much as the social media networks dictate the format of your content, not anything else, not the contents of it, not the strategy behind it. None of that changes. You need to have a tech agnostic and platform agnostic strategy. And that really comes into understanding human psychology and the average user. But I thought it was pretty funny how blatantly obvious they were trying to be with their reaching out to veterans during a political commentary show. And good for them. I hope it works. I wish everyone the best of luck, but my God, you can't, there's a lot of things you can't do online right now that you should be able to do without being punished. And if my monetization strategy was contingent on ad revenue, share of ad revenue from Google or whomever else, whatever corporate team you're talking about, it'd be a bad strategy. You can't rely on that stuff. You have to have your own product to sell, whether it's for a commission and you're simply selling someone else's product, or you have your own very own product. It depends. If your focus is the content and media production, then you can get any type of product and sell on a commission. If you have a product, like I do, then you got to turn around and start a little media division to monetize that or sell that existing product. And so if you click on that link below, you'll get access to my manual and 30 days of training. And then there's a community that I'm launching that I've set up over the weekend. I look a little haggard for it, but so be it. Where, okay, now you know the theory, but let's put it into practice. What's your specific question? And we'll solve it as a community and get you, prop each other up, lift each other up. So, and you can see from the Kavanaugh hearings that the press ain't messing around, man. If they don't like you, see you later. No questions asked. They will try to bury you without a fucking second thought. And it made me think a lot about how, my God, how easy it would be to lose my job, my client. I have one large client, they're the bulk of my income, and if I lost them through undue social pressure, even a Twitter campaign, nobody wants to deal with that. It's hard enough for the person being targeted to deal with it, let alone that person's employer. I mean, you got to draw some intense lines in the sand. I hope you don't know. Other people's jobs are on the line, and there's a cost-benefit analysis. And so I'm creating this social platform, this continual education community to offset my income, to remove the absolute need to do, to be able to live a little more freely. I don't like people. It's just too much risk. I get it. I get why most people don't want to speak out, because you don't want to lose your one job you do have. Especially if you're the breadwinner or your income is a large percentage of your family's income. It's rough. So here we are. I think that's it for today. God, that topic just depresses me. I don't even want to fucking talk about it. Politics and connivery. I want to talk about creating new ventures, new marketing programs. I did a test live broadcast on Periscope today. which is probably why I'm exhausted from for this one. But um, the feeling of that was different than this one. YouTube is a B2C. I mean, it's a very consumer-dominated platform. Twitter, I make business contacts all the time, and it's far more B2B than I would have imagined previously. And maybe that's why they have such a small user base compared to YouTube or Facebook. Um, but it was nice to talk about this shit on Twitter, because I knew it was a business audience, versus here I can like dick around. I thought I wanted to dick around a little bit, but I feel like I got nothing to talk about in this format where it's just me on a screen. Maybe, I did if you watched the last video I made, screen share training videos that are now up as a training program online, part of the email campaign. But it was more visually engaging. You get to watch something actually happen. I was sketching on the pad, on my touch screen. And it makes me think that I really want not only a visual audience or a visual show, social media show, but I want it to be B2B focused. You can talk all day about the product and no politics gets involved, which is kind of nice, because you either got to go all in or not at all on politics. Talk to your people, which there's a fair number of, thank God, or also ignore it and sell to everybody. Now I was thinking, what if I did both? What if I talked politics and sold B2B? Or more importantly, I know who my demographic is, and it's not Silicon Valley. They know all this shit. They do it every day. My content is for the rest of the planet. Really. And if that's the case, then US politics don't even fucking matter if I'm pushing this out to India. Makes you think. And so I'm wondering, B2C video format. And then I gotta put this stuff on the website too. That's another thing. I want it all to come to my website so that these are just social media shows. I'm sorry I'm not high energy enough right now. Interestingly, someone demanded they pay me for training, which I was like, dude, I'll just do it for free. They're like, no. Here's $100. I'm like, okay. And my rate is normally $100 an hour, but only for, projects, not helping friends. But I'm doing that later today, and it's interesting to see how, looking back. So this person, they just started their digital marketing journey. And when I started, I had no idea what I was doing. And their response to the clarity I seem to be providing seems to be strong. And it makes me think that, holy shit, I forgot how lost I was back in the day when I had no idea, okay, someone wants to participate in digital marketing. Okay, what does that actually mean? What's the channel strategy? What's the product? Who's the audience? What's the market? How do we reach them? What's the digital go-to-market? And you really got to understand that little bit of business, the digital go-to-market, because otherwise there's too many options of where to put your content, what kind of content, who to make it for, how to, reach them, to who, what, where, why, when, and how. And if you're going to do all that, well, first you have to do that so you're targeting the right audience online with the right content that connects eventually to the product you're selling, or that in some way. And if you're going to do that, you can just go direct, create a direct sales approach like almost everyone else, and sign up and sell directly to that audience. So connect the content with the marketing, with the sales. And it's a very powerful approach. I outlined it for a client. It was like a $45 million a year opportunity just from Google alone in the US for 2 of their products. That's nothing to sneeze at. Anyway, my point is you gotta know all this stuff to make it happen. Alright, it's a weird video. Sorry, guys.